the last thing that I wanted to mention is, we've looked a lot at those policies as pretty static things, right? Like, let's talk about the capture policy I have here. It specifies, a tag, and it very specifically says these boxes. Sometimes you want to get more power, right? Again, this is LimaCharlie. We tend to not give you the widget with the two ways that you can interact with it. We give you the Lego block programmable way of doing things so you can make it work for your organization. So let's say I want to combine the power of having an EDR with the power of having, full pipe filtering and all these things in LC Net. Well, what can I do? Let's say that, maybe let's go look at the DNR rules. Maybe I want to create a rule. So let's pick an existing one that's it's a dummy rule that's already there. So I'm just saying here, if a process executes and the command line contains LC tracer, right? It could be evil.com. That could be any DNR rule. And if you know LimaCharlie DNR rules, again, imagination tends to be the limit. If this is detected on my EDR, I would like to begin to do full network capture. How can I do this? Here's how. I'm going to add a new action as a response to this rule. The action will be add tag. The tag will be full PCAP, and I'm going to give it a TTL. So I'm going to say, when this odd behavior occurs, I want to do full capture on that box for the next, 10 minutes. So I'm going to say 600 seconds. And then the last bit, which is something new we've introduced with LimaCharlie, is entire device true. So with the introduction of LCNet, we have also started rolling out automatic detection and correlation of the different sensors you have. So if I'm just going to hit modify for this, we're good to go. If I go into my devices here, this is really two different boxes, two virtual machines, not anything more. Each virtual machine is running, so Windows with the Windows visibility, hardcore EDR level. They're also running Chrome, and you may want to have visibility into the request level, like activity within the browser, because so much of it is there now, and you don't want to deploy SSL interception. With the Chrome agent, so it's simple extension, that's also a sidecar sensor, meaning if you have a Windows agent, having the Chrome one doesn't cost you anything. This will give you all the visibility at, under the SSL, all the way to the specific headers, extensions installed, all that stuff. But it's a different sensor. We also have a net sensor on those boxes to get the network traffic. And again, we just covered all that. We have started correlating all of those into devices. So we will automatically detect that all these sensors are really looking at the same activity, just from a different angle. So we'll see that now in the metadata, the events coming out of LimaCharlie, there's now a DID part of your routing, which is a device ID that will correlate all those. So the DNR rule that I created, and I said, hey, if this happens, add the full PCAP tag. And I said entire device. So what I just did is I said, I know this is an EDR rule that just triggered from a process starting, but if I know that this sensor is part of a bigger device, right, with potentially multiple sensors, I want to tag all of those with this new tag. That means that when this occurs on the Windows box, right, that command line parameter, I'm also going to be tagging the net endpoint. And that means now I can create a policy that, the policy is static. It will always exist there. But I can call this full PCAP. I can say a tag of full PCAP. oh, pardon me, not DNS policy. I'm mixed up. So a capture policy. So policy name full PCAP. BPF filter is empty, meaning everything. Let's say 7 days retention. And here I just say full PCAP. Okay. Create policy. Oh, I need to specify. Here we go. Create policy. So now this policy is sitting there. It's not applied to anything. The moment that this behavior is detected in LimaCharlie on the EDR side, we'll add a tag to the whole device. So all 3 sensors potentially. And now the policy will detect that, oh, this endpoint, this net endpoint now has the full PCAP tag. I will start doing full packet capture. So you can see how you can start really expanding the type of integration and automation that you can do. And this is just the beginning. So in the future, we will really be adding a lot of structure around this device concept. So we'll highlight to you, which sensors are really in the same device, help you manage things in that scale as well.